thoracic reach back with knees on the floor. Place one hand on your temple. Extend the elbow back to the opposite hip, rotating up and out as far as possible. Extending your T-spine. 3 sets of 10. Backwards lunge and standing tall. Feet together, hands on the hip. Engage the core and TA. Lunging backwards, making sure the hips don't drop while the glutes are engaged at all times. I'm turning to the forward position. Scorpions, lying flat with arms straight, palms of the hands and the elbows on the ground. Bend one knee, rotate over your back, rotating, keeping your hands and your palms on the floor, touching the opposite side and reaching back as far as you can with your heel. Scorpions. World greatest stretch. Begin with the knees slightly bent. Extend the knees fully, pushing the heels onto the ground, driving one leg forwards, planting your ankle beside your hands, and gradually rotating the arm round and opening your thoracic spine and back down again. World greatest stretch. Begin in a lunge position with the trunk upright, hands on your hip. Engage your glute and rotate your pelvis posteriorly or backwards. Begin by lunging and bending the opposite knee, stretching the psoas on the left side. Gradually lunging forwards, engaging the glute and feeling the stretch in the psoas. Psoas lunge. Weighted lunge from bench, dumbbells in hand, one foot on the bench, ensuring the right knee does not fall inwards, controlling through the right glute, back straight, head up, controlling through the core. Lunge from bench. Hamstring hip distractions. With the band tied around a stationary object placed around the hip, gradually stretch the hamstring by grabbing the knee just above or below, gradually extending the hamstring and distracting the hip. Hamstring hip distractions. Tie the band around a stationary object and place around the hip. In a lunge position, extend the arm out, gradually rotating the left hip forwards, laterally distracting the hip. 3 by 10, right and left, lateral hip distractions. Posterior hip distractions. Tie the band around a stationary object, place around the hip, extend the arm upwards and gradually extend hip forwards, gently rotating and distracting the hip. Hip distractions. Advanced step-ups onto 24-inch bench, holding the dumbbells in neutral pelvis and engaging the core. Place one foot on the bench, pushing through the heel, lifting the toes, stepping up, bridge a lift with mini band, feet shoulder width apart, bands just above the knee, engage the glute and push the lower back onto the ground while lifting your toes and placing all your weight through your heel. Gradually lift, engage the glute, push up and hold and drop for 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage and lift and push up and gradually drop 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 sets of 10 bridge lift with mini band. Wall squats, back against the door, hands on your hip, engage your trunk and core and TA, engaging the glutes. Head up, and gradually squatting down to 90 degrees. Nice and slowly, make sure your knees don't come in. Hold for 2 seconds and come back up again. And once again, lower to 90 degrees. And hold for 2 seconds and back up and return to start position. Wall squats.